I just scrolled over a post on Facebook. I was just interviewing people, asking them what their biggest insecurities are and stuff. And I sort of feel like that's a really healthy thing, for us to just face these things and everything. I'm gonna try to think of some off the top of my head. I mean, some are just automatically and go to me and stuff. Just, and this doesn't equate to me saying I want any of these things changed. It's just, the weight of different things. Um, I've been using whitening toothpaste and stuff, but still, they've gotten a lot better. I always just used, just regular toothpaste, and I also like, they've been yellow like since I was a kid, but it got worse smoking cigarettes all the time and everything. Now I haven't had cigarettes in a good while, like many years. But then I randomly, one fall or winter, I got some of the clove cigar things. I just craved some of those, the flavor and everything. But yeah, I don't smoke at all anymore or like do any chewing tobacco or anything. But there's that. There is uh, definitely personality stuff. Just not wanting to really understanding that some of the stress that I've endured and everything makes me put out stressful energy and everything or creepy energy. Being having people get these ideas that like I'm just automatically just based on vibes or whatever that I'm a bad person or that there's something to me that must be super wrong or whatever. I just have that fear and everything because I it's very evident, I've felt difficult things and I acknowledge that the way I act, the how I can get desperate for interaction and stuff and just cheap ways of connecting and everything, like it can be very off-putting and I understand that. I'm trying to think of like other things. I really like my different traits with that come along with autism. I mean, there's certain things that are very difficult, but also, I like the things. Obviously, it makes sense. I'm interested in the things I find interesting, and I really like that. I think that's cool. There are so many people that like so many different types of things and everything. I love that once people actually get to know me and see, like, not only that I'm not a threat, but I'm not I just have great empathy and I really try to I hate others feeling uncomfortable. I hate others feeling, you know, weirded out by me and stuff. And that yeah, that's a big part of my thing is just that knowledge that I know that there are times when people are really uncomfortable around me, so that can really weigh hard and just pair that with the difficulty like socializing in a normal way and the loneliness from everything from just losing people to drugs or whatever just people dying around me and that sort of loneliness also with the loneliness of like I don't know how to connect properly and I can come off as very desperate, but at the same time it's like I'm so detached and I love my solitude and it's hard for me to just socialize properly and everything. And a lot of times I'll act really weird on the internet and in real life. I'm far more outgoing on the internet and I love to share my truths and like be like, "Hey, I like this about myself." I know deep down that I'm a person with great empathy and that I'm a nice person, but I know that I can also be like I know that my moral compass or whatever you call it, like my ethics are in place. I want all sorts of innocent people and animals, other animals, to live their full lives, not being mistreated, tested on anything. And I want this all sorts of species of plants and animals and fungi to thrive. I love the biodiversity and everything. The thought of it, like I care about those things when there's like a dwindling species or whatever. Like yeah, like we need that's a healthy ecosystem. It's one that has variety and all sorts of life feeding on different life and everything. And it is very unnatural, some of the things that we've put in place, some of the things that we've done. And not to get all preachy, like we don't have to make it about that. But yeah, there are big insecurities, and I guess the largest ones are just that fear of others fearing me and feeling as though, I'm just making that assumption based on my behavior that there must be something very dark, in my history or something. It's like it scares me, and it's pretty unfair to obsess over too, because it's like, yeah, I do have great empathy. I'm not going to ever do anything to anyone that will make them uncomfortable and make them feel like shit or anything. And yeah, that's probably the biggest one. Is I know it's vicious to just have that into the loneliness that comes with different things, knowing that, with my high highs and low lows, and with my erratic thinking that can lead to erratic thoughts and speech and everything, yeah, it can be very lonely and everything. But I'm very blessed to, again, I love the people. I'm very grateful that, I've been mistreated from different people. I've had some nasty occurrences and everything, but like I'm very blessed with sort of how I was, for the most part, how I was raised and everything. Most of the people in my life, for good amounts of time and everything, like I have a serious um, connection, you know, with different people. So I'm not completely alone. I do fear for the future. That is one thing you will see me scared of. I'm not just gonna act like nothing can do any make me feel unwell or anything. There are definitely I'm gonna be really hurting when certain people in my life are away and stuff. Sorry, I don't want to. And I know a lot of people have already gone through a lot of difficult stuff. Um, yeah, I've lost some of the very closest people in my life, but there are still people I'm very grateful to have just some of my greatest connections and everything here beside me and everything. And there are a lot of cool people. I have different people in extended family and stuff. It's variety, right? Some of the people are going to be less understanding of who I am and naturally who I am with queer stuff, all that. But I also have queer relatives. So it's like there's so much variety all over the place. But yeah, that's just one thing, I think that I can take good pictures of myself, but first off, that's also a part of just I don't smile with my teeth. If I'm laughing, if like I never it's very rare for me to smile with my teeth. It just feels unnatural. It feels forced. I'm never like it just like I don't know how to smile with my teeth unless someone's really making me laugh, and then I'm like my mouth is open. But like even without that, I still get these. Like right now, I look nasty. I don't think others look nasty, but I can have that be hard on myself and everything. And yeah, like these little splotches of hair and everything. Like I'm not, some super attractive person or anything physically. And yeah, there are things to me that I think a lot of people, yeah, would be like, oh, this person's scary, this person's creepy. But I also know that a lot of people have been really cool with me and gotten to know me and thought that I was really interesting and had cool hobbies and stuff. So it's like, I love the variety, but in myself, I can sort of take away from negative aspects to things and everything and be like, I don't want, not that it's up to me to like have to convince everyone of things all the time and everything, but I know, and it's fine. We don't always connect with everyone, but it is unfortunate when you lose people due to certain ways. I mean, I've lost people for being queer, for coming out as things. I lost my friends group, like when I was a teenager, the friends I would spend the most time with, they gave me shit for talking about being into dudes, and they sort of denied it at first, and then I went into detail about things, and it's like, yeah, I lost my virginity to a dude, and well, I lost my given virginity. Uh, we don't have to get into super weird shit, and like there's again, there's sort of the repressed memory stuff that is like sort of like not allowing itself to be known to me or whatever. Uh, but yeah, different things like I've lost friends to that, and then obviously I've lost people. I've been, there have been stressful times where I allow myself to express my fears and really just let out sort of anger within fear and everything. Just that sort of just like I'm scared and I have to like, yeah. So there is that sort of thing. Yeah, I've spoken about like other people's dickish behavior is not going to scare me. Like again, I don't like. I feel like I've endured so much, and I really have some fucking epic armor. Like, like I don't think anybody can. Like again, it's just like no matter what happens, I've gotten this just to this point where it's like everything. You could call it delusional, but just I can celebrate different aspects of things. I never celebrate people being dicks and being malicious and everything. I'm not going to celebrate that, but out of that, I can celebrate my own strength and my own desire to turn that into helping others that need help. Being there for people that have been through difficult things and listening, or like other people that have different mental illness and everything, or autism, different things, all the different aspects to us and everything. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, there have to be some other insecurities. I think I shared some whoppers, but um, well, at least the with my attitude, my not attitude, my behavior, my personality, how I come off is a stressed out, creepy person and everything. Um, and I'm desperate to connect in different ways to share myself and have anybody think that I'm, sort of neat or whatever. I acknowledge that it's not the most palatable situation for normal people and everything. I've been sort of contorted from it's strange. We have such, even here, I'm in the United States, and yes, there's healthcare issues, there's different things, but like I've got it really good. We don't have the most money or anything at all, but like no matter where you are in the world, there are things you can lose someone very close to you and have that turn into someone that's just very like you want to connect with others, and you can have difficult trauma and things early on that make you bewildered by wondering how many people are very just evil. Not evil, I don't believe in pure evil, like I don't think there's like a person that's like just like, but there are some nasty people that really do have that to where it's like they want to make others feel unwell, or they're just being very selfish and fucking think that they deserve to turn this person's life upside down for their own, you know, little moments of whatever and everything. Um, but yeah, no. Life is like I'm still very. I find a lot of things pleasant. I get a lot of joy out of life. I really do. But I think it's important. Maybe do that with yourself. Sort of practice that. Be like, what are some things that I have insecurity about? When a lot of things like how I present myself and how I look and how, different things to me, to the idea of me, and sort of just really reflect on them and think about them. I think it's interesting. But then I'm sitting here, I'm feeling okay at this time. I don't feel in agony. I have cool shit in this awesome room. I'm excited. Hopefully, I don't have too much more of this horrible feeling after I eat and everything. I want to get back to work. I want to listen to music and earn money and help reimburse my mom and get myself the new TV and spend some time in nature and learn about all sorts of cool animals and All there's so much cool shit here. Anyway, love, I hope you feel well often.